We are swiftly approaching a brand new year, and we are swiftly approaching being halfway through the current decade. 2020 was almost 5 years ago. Here's a little recap.
In Australia.
Did you enjoy that? And it's kind of weird that we're almost halfway through the decade, because I remember when 2019 was the current year and everyone was talking about how, oh, this brand new decade is going to be so important, it's going to be so large, so much stuff is going to happen, and it's halfway done, and I feel like not that much has happened. While Instagram Reels did exist in 2019, I would not have assumed I would have spent most of the next 5 years scrolling them. Baby, back in my day, Reels meant 7 chests at an outdoor movie theater. There's a very strong phenomenon in Gen Z where a lot of us feel like we're falling behind, life is passing us by. That's not a thing that is new to Gen Z. It's happened to basically every generation before us. But it feels a lot louder this time because of the internet, because of social media. We can all voice our own opinions on it. And I am willing to argue that social media does make the problem a little worse, but you know, that's a conversation for a different day. But the bottom line is that a lot of people are worried, a lot of people don't really know what they're doing, and a lot of people feel like they're never going to find an answer. And Gen Z has spent a lot of the last 5 years looking for an answer in the form of self-improvement and all that stuff online. Everything around self-improvement, whether it be finance or gym-related stuff or, you know, anything on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it has all exploded in the last couple years because Gen Z really wants to have something that makes them feel like they are improving themselves, and that's great. I am one of these guys that has grown up watching self-improvement content, everything from Thomas Frank and Matt D'Avella to the most incel, conspiratorial self-improvement stuff going on online. Some of it's very good, some of it's very weird, but the truth is I love it, I've grown up watching it, and I will always love it. As a whole, it can point a person in a certain direction, get them on the right path, whether they're struggling or not. Trust me, all of this is going somewhere. While I do love the online spheres of self-improvement, there are many problems with it, and I think overall, it can really mess people up. Like, first of all, have you ever seen a self-improvement video and it was like this?
How do you define success? Is it money, fame, fortune, and all these other material things? Well, that's not me. I defined success for myself. I started waking up early. I started working out every day. And while you were playing video games made for children, I was getting ahead. You were scrolling, looking at pointless content. I was living my life with purpose, and if you want to live your life with purpose, you can sign up for my class in the description.
I have seen countless videos that are like that, and for a second they might help, but you just always end up giving up because it's not fun, it's not enjoyable, you just feel horrible about yourself the whole time. So as someone who has grown up watching self-improvement and a little Gen Z boy who, you know, has felt like he's fallen behind in life at times, I wanted to do something that would maybe help. I've had an idea for a long time now, and in this video I want to present this idea and see if anyone will join me. Not to make a false promise or set expectations way too high, I really do think that this thing I've got here will help you in 2025. If you're struggling with something, just watch this video, maybe apply this for next year, and we'll see what happens, okay? Okay, I'm gonna go over the philosophy first of all this stuff, and then I will actually tell you and explain what it is. The thing about a lot of this self-improvement content, the stuff that I just made fun of in that one clip, is that it is task first and then identity and goal second. A lot of the self-improvement stuff says, do this one thing, wake up at 5 a.m. every day, do 100 push-ups every day, and then you will become who you want to be. And sure, that's not false, but it kind of puts your mind in the wrong place for a lot of people. And that sets you up to either do good things and, quote, improve yourself just to fill out a to-do list, or you're just going to give up because you're like, I can't do this. I can't follow through on this really specific goal I set for myself. I'm such a failure. The challenge I have set for 2025 will strike identity first, and that identity will point you to the right tasks. Tasks. All of this is why, drumroll please, 2025 will be revolving around themes. Basically, if you don't already know what theming your life really means. You can go watch CGP Gray's video on that. He can explain that much better than I can, but I'm going to try and summarize it. Basically, theming a time of your life says this time is the time of blank. And when you're in that time, everything you kind of do revolves around you being in that world. As an example, instead of saying, I'm going to only eat healthy food for the year, you say, this is the year that I eat healthy food. This is the year of health. And in a lot of cases, that seems like a small change, but it's the mindset behind it that really makes the big difference. Because when you say, I'm only going to eat healthy food, if you go to McDonald's one time, you're going to feel really bad about yourself, and you're likely just going to give up. But if you say, this time in my life is the time of health, even if you slip up, you can still continue down the right path, because it's not about a specific task. Theming a certain time period makes you wake up in the environment of whatever it is you're doing. Now, CGP Gray's video talks about theming years of your life instead of doing a New Year's resolution, and that's cool, that's great. But for this, I wanted to bring it down to months. Months felt better in this case because now we can tackle 12 different areas of self-improvement, one for each month, of course, instead of just one thing for the entire year. I actually did this in April of this past year. April for me was work month. Essentially, I didn't put anything off. Everything I was procrastinating, everything around the house, I did them in that month. And it ended up working very well. I got stuff fixed with my car. I fixed a piece of a fence, so much stuff. And since it worked so well, I thought to bring it to YouTube and make a bunch of videos about it. That's monetization, baby. It really worked for me. I hope it's going to work for me in 2025, and hopefully it can work for you too. Let's go explain how all this is working on the channel here. And we're going to go to a whiteboard because, you know, whiteboards are super official. Do I look respectable yet? We're going to go over how this is all unraveling on the channel and where things are going to be placed, how all this is going to occur, and how you can join me. Okay, so first of all, the actual themes. Oh Lord, I just got marker on my white shirt. So I just explained the entire concept for the year, and in this video I will announce January's theme. The themes themselves will be kept secret until right before the month happens. Is that mysterious and suspenseful or what? So on January 31st, I will have a recap video of what happened in that month, and also in that recap video I will announce the next month's theme. I'm left-handed, so you know, little smudges on the February there. February. All of this will continue on until the end of the year, so at the end of February will be the February recap, and I will announce March, and then March will announce April, and so on. This is a horrible demonstration of what that looks like. And what we're doing in all of this is we're going to slowly fill out the year. What I encourage you to do is get out a calendar or write all this stuff down or something and just watch all of the progress happen month by month. Please don't make fun of my handwriting. So the things on here aren't like exactly how this is all going to play out. This is just for the sake of showing you what's going to happen. If you fill all of this out, you'll see each thing that you improved upon in this current year, or I guess this coming year. It's 2024 as I'm putting this out. This entire calendar will actually be revealed month by month, and my hope is that it will be enjoyable to see what comes next and what thing we're all gonna work on. Little side note, you don't have to follow this to a T. If health month is coming up and you're already an Olympian, you might not need health month. Just focus on something else. Just, you know, think of something that you could do. Also, I will say some of these months might seem a little more sparse than others. Something like health month is kind of obvious because, you know, you can do many different things. That's a lot more concrete. Some of them will be more abstract. Something like mind month, where you cut off social media, you try and read more books. That's not as much a thing that you do every day. That's not many things to fill out an entire month. It's just your mindset change during the month. For 1 month, you're going to focus on one area of your life, whatever that may be. You're just going to point yourself in the right direction. Also, just for the sake of the content and all that, each month will have like its own sentence, its own thesis statement. And with that, let's get a drum roll for what January's theme is. Yo, dude, how do teachers write on whiteboards so well? It's a real skill. January's theme is Recalibration Month. January is, of course, the first month of the year, and a lot of people are already thinking about what they're going to be doing. But a lot of people aren't. They don't know what they're going to do in 2025. They feel stuck, or they just feel content. And the truth is, you're always going to be going somewhere. Even if you feel stuck, you're going in a certain direction, whether you know it or not. And that's why you're going somewhere is the mantra for this month. And if your life is always going to go in a direction, then you might as well try and think about what that direction is going to be. This is the month that we're dedicating to figuring out what we're going to do this year. Once again, at the end of the month, if you don't know what you want to do, that's okay. All you got to do is go in the right direction. Perhaps you have a couple plans with some friends of yours. Well, this is the month that you would workshop with them. Do I go over or under the cord? This is the month that you write down your interests, the things you actually want to do. If you are at all interested in this, please join me. Leave a comment, leave a like, all of that good stuff. I don't care about likes. I want to see if people will actually join me in this. Apply this to your life, and I truly think we can make 2025 a good year if we all try. Not in like a gay, we are the world kind of way, but in a gay self-improvement kind of way. All right, I'll check back in with y'all at the end of January, and we'll see where we are. I love you so much.